Nigga been trapping out the plane, hologram chain, yeah. Candy paint dripping out the brain, switching lanes, yeah. Solar flame, neon wrist, flicky champagne in the vein, paltry sway when I walk through the rain, yeah. Right, let's get to the point. Listen. Fear is not why we do this. Your thinking is what's stopping you from becoming who you want to be. Forget your past. Forget your identity. Be brain dead. Follow your instincts and your excitement. You know what the real problem is? You're too smart for your own good. You've convinced yourself that overthinking is preparation somehow. It's not. It's prison. I'll tell you something nobody wants to hear. Your identity is your enemy. I'm not the type of the guy who talks to strangers. I'm not a morning person. I'm just built different, in a bad way. Bro, you're not built like anything. You're making it up as you go and pretend it's DNA. There's this guy I know, and he spent 3 years getting ready to start his business, right? Reading books, taking courses, working on LinkedIn like it's the dating app. And you know what happened? Nothing happened, because he was addicted to the feeling of potential without the risk of reality. You get this? I'm gonna repeat this. He was addicted to the feeling of potential without the risk of reality. And then one day his car broke down. Needed $2,000 he didn't have. Started detailing cars in a parking lot that very same weekend. Had clients by Monday, business by Friday. Fear didn't stop him when his back was against the wall. Thinking did when it wasn't necessary. So here's the thing. Fear is actually the compass. You're afraid of the gym. That's where you need to be. Terrified of rejection. That's the direction. Your fear is a neon sign pointing at your next level, and you're treating it like a stop sign. So, just let me be clear. I'm not talking about jumping off buildings, right? I'm talking about that voice that says, don't send that text when you know you should. Don't take the meeting. Don't post your work. That voice isn't protecting you, it's imprisoning you. You ever notice how you can make a decision in 3 seconds when you're drunk, but take 3 months when you're sober? That's not the alcohol giving you courage. That's the alcohol removing the mental prison guard. You have to act that way sober. Be sober. Be brain dead. Same energy, right? Your boy got dumped last year. Devastated. Stayed in for 6 months. Got fat. Got depressed. Whole situation, right? Then his body dragged him to a party he didn't even want to go to. Went out anyway. Met his current girl that night. That very same night. Now he's in the best shape of his life. Got a promotion. Whole different person. What changed? He stopped identifying as a guy who got heartbroken. He just became a guy at the party, right? You're walking around with this backpack full of old stories. I got rejected in high school. My dad said I'd never make it. I failed one time. Brother, you're carrying around evidence for a trial that's already over. The jury went home. You're still in the courtroom presenting your case for why you should stay small. What is that? Drop the bag. And here's what nobody tells you about confidence. It doesn't come from feeling ready. It comes from moving before you're ready and surviving it anyways. Every single time you do one thing you're afraid of and don't die, you're laying down neural pathways that say, oh, that wasn't actually dangerous. Because it never actually is it? But you keep hitting the brake pedal before you even turn the key in the car. I watch guys at the gym all the time. They'll do the same weight for months because it feels right. Feels right. You're not here to feel right. You're here to step out of your boundaries. You're here to break yourself down and rebuild stronger. You know how that works. And that's the whole point. But you've convinced yourself that comfort is the goal. Comfort is actually quicksand. So, you know what successful people have in common? It's not intelligence, it's not talent, it's not 130 IQ, it's not even work ethic. It's a tolerance for looking stupid. They're willing to be the worst in the room. They're willing to ask questions and make themselves look dumb. They're willing to fall in public. You're protecting your image, and they are building their future. And there's this concept in boxing. You have to give up your jab to land the cross, right? You can't keep your guard perfect and also throw a knockout punch. You have to create an opening, which means accepting a risk. Your whole life is you keeping your guard up and wondering why nothing's connecting. Well, let me tell you about instinct. You ever been in a situation where you just knew what to do? Didn't think about it, just moved. That's the real you. That's who you are without the conditioning, without the fear, without the performance, without the baggage of anyone else's judgment. That's who you're trying to get back to. That's who you have to get back to. And every time you override your instinct with your thoughts, you're choosing the learned behavior over your natural state. You're choosing the scared version of you over the free version. Your excitement is the signal, not happiness, but excitement. Don't mix it up. That little spark that says, what if? That's your soul trying to give you directions, but you're ignoring the GPS because you don't trust it yet. You trust fear more than you trust desire. Think about it. I'm not saying don't think at all. I'm saying stop thinking about whether you should think, right? You're thinking about thinking. You're stuck in recursion while life is happening in real time. And there is a test for that. If you have to convince yourself to do something good for you, you've already lost. And the right move, when the right move feels scary but clear, that's the path to go. The wrong move feels safe but heavy. That text you need to send, that conversation that you need to have, that job that you need to quit, that project that you need to start. You know, you've always known this, right? You're just waiting for permission. From who? Everyone's pretending. And this is your permission. But here's the catch. Permission expires the second you move. The second you finish reading this. Because tomorrow we will have new reasons, better reasons, fucking good reasons, more convincing reasons why now isn't the time. But there is no perfect time. There's only time. You think your ancestors sat around journaling about their feelings before hunting the mammoth? No, they saw the mammoth, got excited, felt fear, and moved anyway, because staying still was death. Your stillness is death too. It's just slower, comfortable, socially acceptable. You're dying in slow motion and calling it being responsible. Right, the guy who's in shape, he's not more disciplined than you. He just decided one day to stop negotiating with himself. He became brain dead to the excuses. Instinct kicked in. He moved. And that's it. Nothing else. The guy with the business, same thing. Stopped asking if he was ready. Started asking like he was. Started moving like he was. The guy with the girl stopped wondering if he was good enough. Just assumed he was. And he let her decide. You're making decisions for other people before they even meet you. You have to put yourself out there. You're rejecting yourself so you don't have to put yourself out there. You're volunteering for failure to avoid the risk of trying. That's not protection. That's self-sabotage with extra steps. So here's what's going to happen. You're either going to close this and go back to your life exactly as it is, or you're going to stand up right now and do one thing you're thinking about and your mind says you're not ready for. Not tomorrow, not Monday, not after you plan it out. Right now. Because fear is not why we do this. Fear is just the weather. You don't cancel your whole life because it's raining. You grab an umbrella and move on. When your instincts are umbrellas, your excitement is the destination. Your thinking is the storm trying to keep you inside. Stop checking the forecast. Start walking. Be brain dead to the noise. Be alive to the signal. So that's it. That's the whole game. Now move.